But up, let's get to it. So first off, roll tide full of pride, baby. They got the victory. They got the dub, right? But at the end of the day, man, I promise, sometimes it just seems like Bama trying to lose the game, dog. I mean, you talk about a tale of two halves, correct? It was kind of, the roles were kind of reversed this week, right? Rather than last week. You saw last week they had a tough first half. They came out in the second half, got it together. This time around, right? They looked good the first half. Second half, they had a meltdown damn near, bro. Like they try to give the game away. Now, of course, it's very important that you get the win, and Bama did that. They definitely faced adversity, but guess what? Sometimes that's good. Yeah. Sometimes that is good, especially at this point in the season. So it could be good for Bama to get hit in the mouth a little bit in the second half. It could be good that that game was at some point competitive. You understand? Definitely, man. Could keep them on their toes. And it could be exactly what they needed. But at the end of the day, they need to get to a point where week in, week out, they're playing a full 4 quarters of football, baby. Oh yeah, a full 4 quarters of football. No, they showed heart. They showed determination, right? They played up to the standard even though they had a bad second half. Oh yeah, but they fought through it. They could have caved in. They could have gave up the lead, lost the game potentially. Arkansas, a solid team, a competitive team. They just weren't going to go away. Now, of course, Bama made it easier, especially with the lack of offense. The defense was on the field a lot the second half, baby. But that's part of the game, part of the process, right? But they need to get to a point where they can play a full 4 quarters of football, hands down, man down. First half, great performance. Defense, flying around. Offense, Jalen Milroe making big throws, right? They was getting the run game going. Scoring touchdowns. Defense getting off the field. Offense scoring, right? Playing complementary football. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Defense setting the standard, playing physical, flying around. Dallas Turner, them boys, the trenches looking better. Right? No doubt. Offensive line side of the ball, they started off a little rusty, right? Heavy. Kind of reverted back a little bit, but finally they got it together. But I feel like that is still the weak point of this Alabama team. That offensive line and them trenches, man. Period. Every week you see them struggle in some form or fashion. You know, in some corner they struggle, get dominated by the other defensive line. They can't do that, man, especially when you talk about getting further into the season. When you're talking about playoff time, not even playoff time, but this stretch of games coming up. Versus Tennessee, versus LSU, Auburn, right? All teams who are going to bring their A game. They're going to bring it to Bama. Period. They're trying to knock them off. Get them out of there. And Bama is still playing for a lot, right? Heavy. But when you talk about the playoffs and potentially playing Georgia in the SEC championship, right? They got to bring their A game. And the offensive line need to tighten up. Jalen Milroe was under pressure a lot, right? He was under pressure a lot today. Took some hits. So they still have things to repair on that O-line. Guys need to be tougher. The interior needs to get better. They must protect at a higher level if they want to beat the best teams in the nation. And I'm strictly talking about playoff time, but they can't look forward yet. They got some tough games coming up, baby. And if they want to beat the LSUs, the Tennessees, the Georgias, first off, they got to get to the Georgia game. They got to make it to the SEC championship. And they have no room for error, correct? Period, bottom line. But in order for them to accomplish that goal, the O-line, it starts in them trenches, baby. Every level, high school, college, NFL. We know what it is. The game is won in the trenches, baby. Now ask yourself now, can Bama bang with the likes of Michigan, Ohio State, the Georgias, the Penn States, even the Washingtons, understand? Just the top 10 teams in the nation, baby. I think they can, if they're playing their best football, if they're mentally zoned in. But it starts with the trenches. And there were stretches in the game today, spurts, that they looked very bad. They reverted back, right? Couldn't get the run game going, even though the second half, I don't know why, Tommy Reese, he kind of went away from running the ball. He started trying to throw damn near every down. He kind of let Arkansas back into the game. Run the ball, baby. Be physical. When you're playing with a league, why are you passing so much? So a lot of that falls on Tommy Reese, baby. The offensive coordinators, the staff. Run the ball, though. Be physical. But just from observations, Alabama offensive line is still the weakest link. Now, are they improving? Yes, but they can do better. They must play better. They have no time, no room to start slow. They need to start fast, man. Period. Hitting on all cylinders early, often. Because when you're talking about going up against the best of the best, man, top 5, top 3, it's no room for error, dog. You have to be on your shit, mentally and physically, bro. Disciplined football, period. If they want to get to where they want to get to, you know, as far as the playoffs, national championship, if they want to set the standard, right? Heavy. Now let's talk about Jalen Milroe. Solid performance again. That boy can throw a deep ball, right? He can let that deep ball rip. His biggest thing is staying consistent. Also, becoming more accurate on the intermediate throws. He missed like 2 or 3 big throws today, baby. Now he had a real big play close to the end of the game, the 2nd and 10, hit the tight end across the middle, perfect throw. Had to have that throw. They're trying to put the game away, and that's what happened. But Jalen Milroe, you talk about elevating his game, really taking himself, you know, to a different level. Talking about elite of the elite as far as football, college quarterbacks. He has to become better at the intermediate passing, baby. The deep ball, he got that down pat. Look like he can do it in his sleep, dog. He has a beautiful deep ball. Perfect touch, right? Velocity, etc. For the most part, he missed one deep throw today, right? To Bonds. Had his player beat. No, it was the freshman. Had his player beat. Just was slightly overthrown. But at the end of the day, his deep ball is accurate. But it's those middle throws, right? Those shorter throws, intermediate passes. He has to get better. Period. His completion percentage has to go up, dog. No excuses, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Period, man. But his overall game, he had a solid game. Like I said, he was getting hit a lot. The pressure was getting there, dog. Especially that second half. Even some in the first half. Period. But it's no doubting his talent, his arm skills, arm power, scrambling ability, right? Especially when the O-line is playing well. Oh, man, sky's the limit. Matter of fact, it's no limit for that guy. So Bama has their quarterback, period. He is the quarterback, rightfully so. But once again, he has to continue to progress, right? Put in the effort, put in the work. He made mistakes. I'm sure he knows that. But even just his leadership skills, bro. A great sign for Bama. A great sign for Bama. Now we go to the defense. Defense is who they are, dog. There's some dogs out there. Second half, they got a little lackadaisical, nonchalant, but they were on the field a lot, man. At some point, if your defense is on the field that much, they're going to get fatigued. They're going to get tired. No excuses, period, though. Definitely no excuses. But at the end of the day, bottom line is they did enough to win. And in big moments, when it was time for them to step up, they did just that, baby. Period. But the defense first half, woo, flying around, physical. Getting to that football, right? Secondary, trenches, linebackers, each level was playing, performing well. They just kind of keep that same tenacity week in, week out, man. Both sides of the ball. And if the offense can catch up with the defense, man, they'll be damn near unstoppable, baby. That's Bama's biggest issue right now. Starting slow, not being focused, losing focus during the game. Coaches switching it up, changing it up too much, trying to do too much, getting past happy. Let's not forget, Bama can still be physical, bro. They can still line up and run that ball. We seen that versus A&M, right? Versus Ole Miss. So get back to it, especially when you got the lead, right? Yeah, you got the lead. Why you trying to pass the ball every down, Tommy Reese? So it's the little minute things like that they have to fix. Things like that will not fly in the playoffs, in the national championship, in the SEC championship, versus LSU, versus Tennessee next week, dog. It just won't happen. A lot of things to clean up. Get it in order, baby. But at the end of the day, solid performance. Not a great performance. Like I said, they had a meltdown second half. They got lackadaisical. They got complacent. They got comfortable. And you put that on the players and the coaches, point blank, period, bro. No one evades blame. But they showed championship heart, the Bama standard, and they fought through it. Arkansas got momentum. They got a good quarterback, really good quarterback, NFL caliber quarterback. They came to fight. They came to play. That's the SEC. But shout out respect to Bama for fighting through the adversity, the attrition, and finding a way to secure the victory. That's what it's about. Now they go back to the drawing board, get better, and be prepared for a riled up, hyped up Tennessee team that's going to bring their A game. Go get revenge from last season. You know how the refs pulled that bullshit. Yeah, the refs was very flawed versus Tennessee last season, but hey, it's a new season, baby. But Bama, go get zoned in, prepare for them volunteers, and go put that work in, man. Heavy. Go get revenge. That's what it's about. Keep the season alive. So that's my take, my opinion on it, man. Alabama Crimson Tide beat those Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's get to it, baby. Roll Tide, full of pride. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm on and rock and rolling. Big score here. Once again, Roll Tide, full of pride, forever.